Group Radical is a teens and young adult youth group ministry that started in 2018 as an effort to reach young people with biblical truth and worldview between the ages of 14 and 24.
Group Radical son bagay kote nou invite tout jeune yo.
Youth group is an event where we invite all the young people together to talk about who God is, how they can have a relationship with Him, and how they too can hear God's voice.
We started with approximately 35 to 45 kids coming bi-weekly for a time of worship, fellowship, and biblical study lessons that focused on how to radically live for Jesus in this world.
The reason why we call this youth group radical is because we want to see young people radical for God.
There are a lot of youth on the street who do not know their value. They do not know their importance. They have not yet experienced God's love. I want those youth to know the immensity of God's love.
We soon realized from the growing numbers the potential this ministry had on the next generation and developed a new strategy for 2019. So we asked around and found that the youth's favorite part of Group Radical was the small groups. Our new ministry model focuses on small group style teaching and interaction with once-a-month large group gatherings for fun and fellowship. We launched the new Group Radical ministry model in 2019, which introduced the concepts of graduating through a series of 3 levels, with each level being 4 months long and going deeper into the Bible. Level 1 introduces the member to the character of God, relationship with God, what is sin, and other foundational lessons. Level 2 goes further into biblical truths by introducing spiritual strongholds, the role of the church, forgiveness, and exhortations. Level 3 takes what has been learned from the past 2 levels and applies it to our world. We dive into the role of the missionary, leading from a place of influence, identity, and obedience to God's call.
When I look at it now compared to the past, they are 2 different things. The kids now are very thirsty for God. They want to know who He is. They are open. When I talk to them in our groups, they have more questions and need to know more and more. My favorite times are when we are sitting in the small groups and sharing our ideas with each other. With each lesson, I work very hard to study it, to better understand it. That has also allowed me to share it with other people. The biggest reason I pursue going to Radical Youth Group is because it keeps you motivated. It motivates you to pursue being God's friend. When the youth know God, they can become great leaders, whether it's in politics or business or other social things where God's principles can be brought up. I feel like it is showing me things that came to my mind, but I never talked about. But what they talked about with me, and about what would happen, is what happened during our worship time. I feel God's presence in my life when we worship together. I really feel that God is there in that place, and while He is there, He is touching the lives of the other youth while He is working inside of mine.
We now have 80 kids attending small group, and our once-a-month gatherings attract 120 youth on average.
When the youth have graduated, they can choose to go to DTS, and if they would like to, they can help us with future youth groups. We are waiting to see what they will do. Even now, I consider myself a missionary. It is something I love to do, and I am considering joining Youth with a Mission in the future. I have a big heart to work alongside them because they are the ones who helped me know a lot more about God. I'd like to ask you to continue your support in prayer and in help because Radical Youth Group is helping a lot of young lives in Haiti. Just look at myself. It inspires me to come closer to God. I want to tell you guys something special. Thank you a lot. Through you, there are a lot of youth in Haiti who really know God. Even though you are not here, you make a big impact. I think it is important that every time you give, whether it is financial support or prayer, that you should come here to Haiti and see it.
We are seeing more young people who graduate from Groupe Radical wanting to be a part of YWAM Haiti Ministries and be a catalyst for multiplication. But even now, the workers are few for the harvest. Pray for more harvesters.